We are stuck.
Stuck in the mud.
Really, really stuck.
We're stuck. We're ducked, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we're going to probably live here until the summer when it dries up. But it's snowing today and raining tomorrow, and we're already in a big pile of water on one side. So I think anything at this point is only going to make it worse. So we're going to wait out the next couple days before we even really try to do anything.
We pulled onto this road in eastern Arizona, and we come here every year, sort of around this time.
Mm-hmm.
And this year there was a little bit of water in the road, and so we were trying to avoid it. Hindsight 2020, should have stopped earlier, but we were kind of weaving around any puddles that were in the road. We didn't know the ground was soft in the area that we were driving over. We sunk and just kind of slid into a big puddle, basically. And we're 23 feet long. We are heavy. So it just made the situation worse to try to get ourselves out. Now, with our last van, we were stuck twice in the mud, and one was a successful self-recovery, but the other one we did need off-road towing for. So we are no stranger to this situation. However, we have never gotten this bus stuck specifically.
And it's a lot heavier, and I think the duals just make everything worse, to be honest. Yeah, it's not great. I decided to not listen to Savannah when she said go right, and I went left. Misjudged how close the puddle was and started getting sucked in on the back right side, and then I thought I was going to get us out at first, and then it just kept getting worse. That's what happens. It just keeps getting worse. So
I said the words, "Don't go that way. You're going to get sucked into the puddle." And then that's exactly what happened, but it's okay. So that was yesterday when we actually got stuck, but it was pretty late in the day. It was getting dark. We realized we did not have what we needed to get ourselves unstuck, so we decided to not make it worse, and we just made dinner and went to bed and decided that we would formulate our plan the next day, which is today. So we woke up to a fresh blanket of snow.
heavy snow.
This would be so beautiful if it wasn't this situation. I mean, it's still beautiful out
20
here.
feet to the right, that big open space right there, that's solid. Man, this would be great.
So we went outside this morning to kind of assess the damage, look at the situation, how deep we are in the mud. And we've kind of determined that we have to basically dig ourselves out. None of the tow trucks in the area want to help us because it is soft ground around here. So at least right now, they don't want to help us. We are kind of lucky that we are within a mile of an actual town. We're 2 miles from a coffee shop. You know, that's walking distance. So we can get out of the bus. We can go get groceries. We can walk to do that stuff if necessary. Before we came out here, we filled up water. We have a bunch of propane in the tank. We have a bunch of food. So we're not in any danger. That's not an issue.
Yeah, and when people ask you how much solar to put on your rig, or they say, why do you need that much solar? The answer, how much solar, is as much solar as you can put. Because having 1,400 watts right now, even though it's completely cloudy out, I'm still able to pull a couple hundred watts during the day, which should at least keep us like breaking even until it gets sunny again, which it's not going to be for probably several days. So anytime someone asks me how much solar, I say as much as you can fit. Because most of the time, it'll be way more than you need, but there'll be times where you're happy you have a big surplus of that.
Excuse me, Mr. Dog. Yep. When you get yourself stuck in the mud, first thing you want to do is realize you're stuck. Second, it's going to snow real heavy overnight. So now you're really stuck. So you got to at least clear these panels to try to offset our power usage. Though it's completely cloudy, so there won't be much sun. If we can at least cover our LED usage, that'd be nice. You want to get your real off-road shoes here? Yeah, these are really all-weather, as you can see. And number one rule, absolutely do not let your Chewini out of the cab. I'm gonna have to clean these panels off to try to just get a little bit of solar today It's completely cloudy, so we won't get much, but we're gonna be here for at least a couple of days of not much sun. We can at least just kind of cover our light usage. That'd be good. So here goes nothing.
It's actually really beautiful out here, and there's a lot of wildlife. We saw a coyote run by like a few minutes ago, and it was really beautiful. It had a thick coat, and it was so gorgeous running through the snow. Even though we're not that far from a town, it feels like we're really far out in the wilderness. But the snow sitting on the trees is actually just kind of nice. It feels very Christmassy.
It's where we live now, so might as well take it in and enjoy it.
We live here now.
Don't think this bus is ever coming out of this mud pit. Oh well.
It's not the worst place to live.
Oh, it'd be definitely worse.
We are taking in a astounding 122 watts currently. A completely overcast sky. The snow, it broke for a minute earlier and the sun was peeking out. We were getting like 300 to 400 watts, which is actually pretty good. But we're at 59% battery, so we've got a little bit of a charge today already. So we'll see if we can finish up another couple percentage and then just keep the inverter off overnight. Fridge will stay cold because it's not very warm here. We'll be good.
I'll be honest, I've felt pretty okay. We have power, we have water, we have propane. Our refrigerator is full, and so we kind of have everything we need. The worst part about this whole thing is that today, our second day stuck, is Drew's birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Drew.
Thank you.
Last year, on Drew's birthday, we were in a mechanic shop right after we broke down on the Hoover Dam.
All day. It was great.
We were in the mechanic shop all day. Is your birthday cursed?
Yes. I have never really cared for my birthday, and I really don't care. But it's pretty comical, actually.
We made pancakes this morning and coffee and just tried to celebrate a little bit and make the best of the situation. Happy birthday, Drew.
Oh yeah, happiest one yet. Talking about a foot of mud. Snowed overnight. No sign of rescue in sight. But I have a plan. Gonna hook this guy up to some chains and he should be able to pull us out. Just waiting for the snow to stop.
We have done it this time. Whew. This one is a doozy. You can see back there, the back tires are sunk down and we are just absolutely bogged down in the mud. We're supposed to get nicer weather in the next few days, and you can see all the water here in the road because right after we got stuck, it started raining, then it started snowing. So I think we're just gonna have to wait until this snow clears. Hopefully in the next 2 days it should all melt. It's gonna warm up to around 70 degrees, and I'm hoping we'll be able to dig ourselves out then. But who knows? We shall see. This one is a doozy, that's for sure. I guess we are going to follow this saga as it unfolds. Hopefully we will be out of here in a few days, but I think worst case scenario, we would have to wait for the water that's surrounding the bus and the ground all around the bus to dry up. The weather is supposed to get really nice from here on out. It's like high 60s, low 70s, no rain, no snow in the forecast. Worst case scenario, we'll have to wait for that and get ourselves out when the ground is dry.
We may be here for a month.
Right now, we are stuck, but hopefully by the time you see this, we are unstuck. Pray for us. Pray for us. Life in a bus, you know, you got to be ready for anything that it throws at you.
Yep. It is day 3 of being stuck in this glorious mud pit. The snow has melted, and the sun is coming back out on and off with a little bit of rain. So that's good, but also all that snow melted. Now the ground is super saturated and muddy. We've been having to climb in and out of this cab door because the other side of the bus is basically in a puddle. At this point, we just kind of have to wait for things to dry to even attempt a recovery. So at least the sun is now starting to come out, and from here on forward, it's supposed to be sunny and dry. So we will see what happens. A little disappointing that I could have probably went right at this spot and maybe avoided this puddle, and there's more dry area over there. But yeah, that's how it goes. You know, you get a heavy vehicle, starts getting in that mud pit, it all kind of just sucks you in, and you're sort of done until it dries up.
That first day, it was pretty tough to be stuck in the puddle and look, I don't know, 20 feet to the right, and it's a nice dry patch of dirt that we could be parked on. But it is what it is. Like, these things happen sometimes, and we're trying to make the best of it. The weather today has just been so crazy. It's been downpouring, then the sun will come out, and then it's sprinkling or sun showers. We've had a full scope of weather just in the last few hours here.
It's all good. It's what happens. So we'll get out of here. It's just gonna be a minute.